Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Along
Acknowledge us.
the Snoop. For fair. Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with the Bro. Right now, there's no bros. It's just bros, just me. I'm Chris. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Happy NFL schedule release day for all of you who are NFL fans out there. The NFL, they have officially released the schedule, so that means that some of your teams may have had their games already leaked per se. It was just a matter of the time. Like, for example, they released what was going to happen, who's kicking off the season week one, or the Thursday night football game, to start the season. It is going to be the Cowboys and Eagles. We will kick off the season against the reigning Super Bowl champs, Banner Night, September 4th. But all the games, all the times for the games and stuff that have been released today. Uh, this is a record too for the Cowboys fair. I don't know if you saw this, but the Cowboys have four. They're the first team to have four Thursday night football games ever. Most teams, and that's once I saw the schedule, like that's true because usually everybody in the NFL would at least get two. We got four, which is
Yeah,
insane.
Thanksgiving. What? We play on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then we got two other. No, we got
No,
the
we play
opener,
it,
and then
and then the Lions game. The Lions game is the Thursday night
the
football
Lions
game as
game.
well too. So
Yeah,
yeah, that was crazy. But we do get a week. We do get a week 10 by with thank God because we've had what week six and
yeah. We
seven is
only
like
had
the
five
last
the
4 years.
last 2 years.
Oh, I hate
At
early
least the
buys.
last three from Mike McCarthy for sure.
Yeah, me personally, I prefer week between week 9 and week 12, somewhere in there, week 9 and week 12. So that's what I prefer. Uh, yeah, so it's a lot going on today. It is almost the middle of the month. Uh, yeah, so we got a lot going on here today. Other than that, fair. How was your week? Was it good, or how's we going? Good, bad, okay?
Wednesdays are the Fridays for me, so I'm good, brother.
Oh, okay.
About to get me a drink and smoke some weed.
Yeah, I'm about to after we do this show, I'm gonna eat, shower, and go to bed. It's been a long day for you, boy. Um, but we have a lot to talk about in the world of wrestling. So let's go ahead and get right to it. SmackDown was Friday. And for those of you who watch SmackDown, we thank you for your participation in that because trying to watch a 3 hour show of Smack of wrestling nowadays, whoo, that is TOUGH tough. That is very
Tough.
tough. But
That is tough.
SmackDown happened this past Friday. And you know what's crazy, Fair? I actually had to go. I told myself to go back and watch it because I honestly would have forgotten about it, and I didn't get around to go back and watching it, and rather rewatching the show. But excuse me, you had L.A. Knight, Damian Priest going against Solo and Jacob Fatu. Um, wait a minute, actually, no, I think that's the wrong. Wait a minute, no, 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 that's the right one. That's the right one. I'm
Right?
tripping.
It
Yeah,
was
that's the
the
right
go
one.
home show, man.
Yeah, it was a go home show for Backlash. Yeah, I'm tweaking hard. Also, too, Backlash happened this past weekend too. We had a live reaction for that, and we kind of talked about that show as well. Um, yeah, man, dude, I've been so busy this week. Like my mind is like out of there. Like, oh my gosh. Um, yeah, we had Backlash. Of course, we had Monday Night Raw. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with SmackDown. I thought SmackDown was okay, typical 3 hour show. Really nothing really spectacular. And I think part of that is because of Backlash being a heavy Raw theme pay per view. I think
Mm.
SmackDown really wasn't anything spectacular. If that makes sense to me overall. I did enjoy the uh the tag match at the end, or the tag match between LA Knight, Priest, Solo, and Jacob Fatu. I did enjoy that. I enjoyed the Nia Jackson, Jay Cargill match as well too. Um, oh, I thought they didn't hit the rim. Uh, yeah, that was a bad shot. Um, yeah, like I said, it was the Street Profits losing to Fraxium. What were your thoughts about that? What were your thoughts about that?
I mean, obviously they built in the excuse of them being banged up from the TLC match the week before, but of course I don't like the damn tag. Any champion getting pinned, talking about that's how you earned a number one contender spot. I don't like that booking. That booking is lazy. Like it's kind of crazy with the I didn't like that. They could have did it a lot, a whole bunch of other ways. If the Street Profits were quote unquote heels, they could have did some trickery shit to get that off. Like I didn't like that at all.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't like it either. I don't like it. It kind of makes me wonder if they're going to lose, if they're going to. This is an indication that they're going to take the belt off of the Street Profits soon.
I mean, I would hope not, but I don't think so.
Mm. Yeah, like I said, SmackDown was average. Average show. Nothing really spectacular about it.
And there's
Um,
nothing to talk about SmackDown. There's no need
yeah,
to talk about SmackDown. I mean, you if you want to go to the Jade Nia Jax match, which I thought was a very good match,
yeah,
um, it just felt like a bunch of it felt like I don't know a bunch of matches. It really wasn't. I don't know. It didn't. I guess you got to see the thing when Randy Orton tricked him with the guy that was 5'6", and how did Randy get caught? How did John Cena think that dude was Randy Orton? But whatever. Um, Other than that, it wasn't too. It wasn't even it. I'd rather talk about the PLE and how people are overreacting about that pay per view match.
yeah. Go.
The
I
main
was
event.
actually that was actually I was going to. That's a great segue uh, to the Backlash pay per view that happened on Saturday. It took place in St. Louis. Only 5 matches. Only 5 matches for this card. John Cena, Randy
You know
Orton
why?
being the main event. Do I know why?
I said we know why because he's sitting there saving matches because he got goddamn PLEs every 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Next month.
You know what? You know what, Phil? Let's go ahead. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because I kind of mentioned this in our pre-production meeting right before we came onto the show.
Mm.
Kind of mentioned this a little bit, and it's something that my wife. We were actually talking about this during the Backlash pay-per-view. Um, they had announced, of course, Money in the Bank being on June 7th, and then what was the pay-per-view that's going on June 28th? Was that Night of Champions? Was that it?
Night of Champions, right?
Night of
And
Champions,
next week you got
June
Saturday night main
28th.
event.
You have Saturday night's main event
Next
taking
week.
place May 24th, which is next Saturday.
Mm.
And so we're watching Backlash, and my wife is sitting there. She's like, "Yeah, they got a lot of pay-per-views. They got almost two a month now." And I started
Never
to,
seen that
I
before.
was, yeah, I was starting to wonder, is having two pay-per-views a good thing or a bad thing for WWE? I think it's a bad thing in the sense because could you be oversaturating your product? And not only that, are wrestlers getting are they still getting a decent amount of time off? Are they getting enough rest still? I don't know. I don't like it just because I think it's too much. It's too much. And I get it. it's probably more so TKO than WWE that's doing it. But I don't know, man. I'm just not a big fan of having two pay-per-views in 1 month because by the time you recover, and I know WrestleMania and Backlash were not in the same month, but it felt so close because it was literally like 2.5, maybe 3 weeks apart, or what have you. Um,
Mhm.
I'm just not a big fan of having all those pay-per-views like that, having them back to back. I'm just not a big fan of that.
I mean, the oversaturation part of it, I don't agree with only because it's not like we're paying for 'em. Like we got everybody got a monthly subscription to watch these pay per views.
Mhm.
So oversaturation as far as an entertainment product. I don't think really exists when it's this form of entertainment. When it's a movie or a live event, something to that effect. As far as match quality wise for different PLEs though, I don't oversaturation is not the word, but dilute is a word that you probably want to use because
Okay.
you're purposely holding off matches off of pay-per-views to get to the next pay-per-view that's only 2.5 weeks later. So like I'm watching this one and yeah, I got the top of the card is pretty good, but now the bottom of the card is not as good as it's supposed to be. Now if they dedicate like in these shows, if they dedicate certain matches and storylines to make it feel important for that specific PLE, then yeah, I think it's fine. Can they get that off? Yeah. You can't do that when you have your tag team champions beaten, by
Hmm.
not a debuting team, but a team that has a second match on the main roster, quote unquote. Like you can't do that. And I mean, you got your U.S. title, I believe, in my opinion. You got your U.S. title. Uh, Interesting. What happened on this PLE? We'll talk about that in a second. But then your IC title was not really popping, and now you don't have your two. Well, you got your one women's mid card title popping with Lyra and Becky now, but the other one is not non-existent. So they gotta do a better job at booking their whole card if they're gonna do this. It's probably not. It's not like it's going to be like every year. This is probably a coincidence. It's probably never going to happen again. But just in this little 6 to 8 week process, your booking has to be a little better than it has been recently.
Yeah, and excuse me. And then too, I wonder if, and you kind of alluded to it in some regards. I wonder if they're going to start having, even though it wasn't officially a Raw pay-per-view, uh,
Mhm.
Backlash, the 4 out of the 5 matches were Raw based. So it kind of makes me wonder if you're going to do two pay-per-views a month, or is it going to be brand driven? So
Brand driven for these months. Yeah.
yeah, so as you were talking that, and you kind of somewhat alluded to it, that I thought about that. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do moving forward. Um,
Mhm.
with that, the next pay per view is well, that's not actually a pay per view, but
I mean, it's
Saturday
a
night's main
PLE.
event.
It's
Yeah,
pretty much a PLE
yeah,
though. It's not like it's not.
yeah. That's true. That's true. So the next one is Saturday night's main event. We already know
This
that
week.
Jay Uso and Logan Paul right next, which is next week. We know those two are having a match, and then they announced somebody else. I'm having a brain cramp of who it is, but that also is going
Uh,
to have a match.
they got Seth in Breaker versus Punk and Sami Zayn, which
That's what it
I
is.
can't wait
Yes,
to talk about that.
yes,
The
and we will
similarities
get
and
to
the
that.
breakdowns that I've seen. Oh, okay, but yeah, listen. Best match of the night in your opinion for Backlash? I almost forgot the name of the shit. Backlash. Yeah. What was your match of the night?
The match of the night. Oh God, what did I? Because I'm trying to remember what did I say on our live reaction that Saturday night. I'm trying to
The
remember what I
live
said. Yeah, off the live reaction. Best match of the night was probably. I thought the IC, probably the IC belt, the IC title match.
Lyra and Becky. I
No, no, no. The
would.
no, 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 no. The IC title
Oh,
match.
Penta and Dom.
Yeah, I enjoyed that match actually.
Oh, okay. I thought the match of the night was Lyra and Becky, in my opinion. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
and followed by the Fatal Four Way was a close second, and then I would go Cena Orton. Dom and Penta was not on my list. I don't even remember that match was not anything special to me. Not to say anything about you, but it just wasn't special. It was just a random ass match. That was a TV match, as I like to say.
Wait. You
Yeah,
know what?
I don't
You
think.
know.
Yeah, Lyra versus Becky was definitely
Yeah, you're
definitely
right.
the
Take it
best
back.
thing.
Take it back. Take it back. Yes, 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 yes.
Wrong, right title, wrong gender. Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I gotta turn the video off because it's just delayed. Um, yeah, for sure. I like the tag at the end with Solo and with Jacob with Jeff Cobb's debut. Love that angle. Where's that going? Like I said, I've been saying it for what like a month, at least since WrestleMania, that Solo and Jacob seem like a feud that they're trying to get to. So I'm intrigued to see what they're going to say or do with that for sure.
Yeah. No, no backlash. I think, and we kind of touched on this during the live reaction of it. It was,
Nothing
okay,
special.
pay per view. Yeah, nothing
Nothing
special.
special.
Felt like an extension. It felt like an extension of Raw. That's what it felt like to me. It felt like an
Or
extension of Raw
SmackDown, however you want to say
or
it. But
SmackDown. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it wasn't that great. Wasn't even much to talk
Yeah.
about. Rather talk about the goddamn Raw.
Yeah.
Much
Well,
rather Raw.
Monday Night Raw was on Monday, and
No
the big
shit.
and yeah, there's been some speculation that Sami Zayn could be the third person to join the faction with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. Fair, I'm gonna let you break this down. I'm gonna let you take hold of this. Go right ahead.
So
Give us
if
your
you
theory on why you think this.
if you are a internet sleuth like myself, I like to go down rabbit holes. It's entertaining to me. Um, if you look at the way they were positioned, it wasn't exactly right. So I'm not going to sit here and say that this is just exact foreshadowing, but it was definitely, if you've seen how it was presented, it was definitely exactly like how the Shield breakdown happened with the original term with Seth and Roman.
Hmm.
Punk standing right in the middle, waiting to fight, and Sammy's looking at Punk, and he's not, she's not like facing off. And then you got Jay in the background, kind of like D'Ambrose, just kind of just waiting. I think, and in the dialogue they had actually in the back where he said, "I'm kind of," when Punk said, "I'm kind of having a hard time trusting people right now." And
Hmm.
then Sammy said, "You can trust me." I feel like that's just foreshadowing. I also feel like we also foreshadowed the return of Roman Reigns, or how that's going to work. I need to kind of see how Money in the Bank is going to play out, because how you just said, like, it's going to be more, maybe these pay per views are going to be more brand driven. Maybe SmackDown has more people in their main event and Money in the Bank matches than Raw. That might happen.
Excuse me.
Um,
Hmm.
so does Seth get in? Like, how does Seth get in? Stuff like that, right? Do they put Seth and Punk in that match? I don't know. I don't think you put that type of star power in the main event. I mean, in a Money in the Bank match. I feel like you at least gotta maybe have Punk and Breaker, something like that. But yeah, I feel like we're getting a Sami Zayn turn, and then Seth is going to cash in. Um, Seth is going to cash in on the Monday because again, it's just here's the question. Here's the question. I'm scatterbrained because it's all coming back to me right now. Here's a question before I even get into the rest of that. Right? When was the last time WWE's pre-scheduled a title match? You can't
Oh
think of
man,
it.
it's been
It's it,
yeah, I can't yeah.
pre-schedule for the title match, whatever title match it is. Not saying that that night somebody challenged and then got that match that night. I'm talking about they said June 9th, such and such title is going to be defended.
Yeah.
June 9th.
Because it was crazy when Gunther said that, I was like, wait a minute, June 9th. I had to look like, oh,
After
that's on
after after
Money in the
Money in the
Bank.
Bank. That's the first Raw after Money in the Bank.
Right.
So one, you're taking your champion off of the Money in the Bank pay per view. So you're that's lessening the star power and quality of I don't care what your thoughts on or how he works or whatever. You're taking the title off of a PLE. So now, are we getting to see the match at Money in the Bank too? I
Mm.
haven't said anything really. Night of Champions. I'm sure all titles. That's what the title ensues. Every title should be online, right? So
Hmm.
I feel like I'm fan booking whatever however you call it, couch, whatever you want to call it, Monday morning quarterbacking, the booking room. I absolutely believe Seth Rollins is going to win Money in the Bank. He's going to try to cash in on Jay, and that is when Roman returns on Monday. On that Monday, they are telling us what days are important to watch. So that it just seems to be interesting. Like I've heard like hardcore critics talk about shows and giving it a reason to watch. Right? You tell us why the show you should watch. To say that we're gonna have a definite title match after a Money in the Bank PLE, I think that's like just must watch.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. When you asked that question, I honestly couldn't. I was literally sitting here thinking, like, man, when is the last time they've announced a title match? And I said, man, if
You know what I mean?
if not ever, it's been a very, very long time when they've done that. And yeah, yeah, something something's going to happen around that time. Because to me, I always felt like that summertime was always like the time when WWE really kind of took time off per se. It wasn't really nothing exciting. Like to me, they always ramp things up when football season came around because people are in tune to football. So um, I tell you what,
I mean,
I think this was the first Raw that I've watched where I didn't on Netflix that I've gone back and I've watched the replay and I actually enjoyed it because I didn't have to worry about the commercials. And actually, I was like, oh wow, for real.
all
Like
I know
sometimes you
is
forget how much annoying or how annoying commercials can be.
for sure commercials, and I hope Netflix gets UFC and then charges everybody $50 to get no commercials because I'll pay for it. I definitely pay for it. The I yo, I'm gonna bring it up because we kind of touched on it with the world title talk. Jay Uso, Jay Uso's promo was on fire on Monday. I thought he cut a very good promo, and I thought Gunther coming out here and announcing that match also cut a good promo. That was one of Jay's best promos, maybe in the last month or so.
Yeah, yeah,
Would you
I
like
agree.
Did you
I
like Finn
agree.
Balor and AJ Styles? How did you like that match with no Dom?
That
No
match,
Dom was there. Remember that?
yeah, that match was good. That match was good. I actually enjoyed that match. There's history with those two, with the Bullet Club, and am I wrong? Did Michael Cole say that they hadn't wrestled each other since 2017 or something like that? Or
I didn't hear that part. To be honest, I think I watched this match on mute
he
because I didn't. I asked you that because I didn't give a shit about this match.
really?
Mhm.
I thought it was a good solid match. I thought it was a good match. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
great match. It's a lot of like it was a lot of I don't know. I kind of want them to get to the point with Judgment Day. I kind of am tired of watching this version of Finn Balor. Like I want Finn Balor, you know, not even a demon. I just want the face Finn Balor back. This is just it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. It's
Well,
getting old and played. I'm tired of seeing it. Like
well. Maybe Liv being gone will give them a reason to break up the Judgment Day. Like I think they should have been broken up beforehand. But the fact that she's not there now because she's off filming a movie. Maybe that this will kind of give them a reason to write some stories or write a story for them
right,
to split up
right
the
there,
Judgment Day.
breakup,
Like, yeah,
right there, breakup. Fuck all that. Becky, what you think of Becky's promo? It's a lot of
but you know what?
energy.
A lot. And when I was watching it, because I was actually at work, um, and I was listening to it, I had to for like a minute. I was like, "Damn, she just keeps rambling." Then I actually started paying attention. I was like, "Oh, okay, no, she's actually putting some good emotion into it." It actually was a good promo. Actually, I actually
It
enjoyed
was
it.
an excellent promo. And the fact that people are crapping, trying to crap on it and pick it up, talking about she doing the old stick, all the fans. Uh, yeah. What else? One. What else she supposed to do? But two, she dropped bars in that promo. She said, "Yeah, everything that you said that you say I am now. Yeah, I am. I'm selfish. I'm cutthroat and all of that. Like, yeah, that's what I am. And now you're gonna wish you didn't wake that bear. Like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to act when you're an athlete. So all of that, I don't know. Like, you want promos to be real and feel from the heart. Well, that's how
Hmm.
athletes think and speak and move. So either you're gonna get with that program, or you need to like move aside and stop trying to hold the narrative that these people or these athletes. I'm gonna call them athletes. These athletes are just supposed to be the stagnant thing that you always seen in wrestling. Dude, it's supposed to evolve. It's supposed to feel real. And if I got an athlete saying that I'm not done yet, trying to stop trying to bury me or put me in my grave before I'm ready, and I'm still going to have championships, why wouldn't I want that? Is LeBron James out here saying I don't want to go to the NBA Finals? You know what I'm saying? He's 40 years old. He
Hmm.
playing just as hard as anybody else. So why and also I'm getting off track. I don't know if you've seen the post from Rhea earlier today. Did you see that?
You know what? I looked at it. I didn't get it. Yeah, I did. I did. And that seems to be a recurring thing with a lot of wrestlers, especially female wrestlers, with things
Mm-hmm.
for being shown to them, or them being talked about or bullied. I'm not sure what the word is that I could use, but yeah, it seems like being harassed online or what have you, and I guess even in person too. But yeah, that seems to be a common theme. Uh, that a lot of female wrestlers come out and say about fans, and it really, really, really makes it irks me because sometimes listen. I understand that and I'll use the sports analogies. I know we get frustrated with our teams when they don't do something or they do something that's boneheaded or whatever. You're like, what the hell? But and this is just me. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and hang my hat or get all bent out of shape about it or whatever. I think there, but unfortunately, there are people out there who do take things a little bit too serious, and it just seems like when it comes to wrestling, man, these people they just really, really, really take it too serious, man. They really do.
It's like they I know they work themselves into, for lack of a better word, to shoot. Like, do we know that this is scripted? Like, we all know this, right? Like, it's
Hmm.
no secret. So I don't know, like, and like what Rhea said, she said women's wrestling fans, they deserve better. But in the same breath, she's sleeping with the boss. That's why she's where she is. She should retire. She doesn't deserve it. She's being handed everything and never had to work for anything. I hope she gets injured. Like, all of that type of thinking, but then you want to claim that you want better for women's wrestling. That's not that's not how you get it by talking like that. So I don't know, like it's and it go kind of even goes back to the things that Triple H was saying, and even kind of a little bit the thing that The Rock said. You know what I'm saying about when I don't agree with that he said it the way he did, but like to Dave LaGreca, oh, it's a work, right? Oh, it's a work and always
Hmm.
been a work. Yeah, but we know, but we didn't need you to say it out loud like that, buddy. Like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we
Right.
didn't need you to say it out loud like that. But it's just like, can we? Where do we get back to where we can just let the shit happen before we shit on it? Like, when are we gonna get back to that type of fanning? And then if you want to critique it after, fine, critique it after. But don't sit here like the live tweeting, oh, she the narrative that Rhea never has um a feud outside of the title. Well, what where else the fuck should she be? Tell me where on the card you're putting Rhea. You're putting her in IC title? Oh no, that's a title. I guess you can't do that. What are you gonna put her with Alpha Academy? What are you gonna do? Like, where is she supposed to be booked so you can, get your favorite that can barely do a suplex? Like, come on, man. Like, this is getting it, wrestling community is getting weird. Just because you can have an opinion, don't really mean that you should say your opinion all the goddamn time. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like, it's just getting old for me.
You know, because heck, people were even criticizing. I don't know if you saw it. I think I don't know if it was the night of Raw or the day after Raw, but I saw some tweets where people were pissed off that oh excuse me, Rhea they felt buried. Barry, what's the name? Oh gosh, who did they face on Raw?
You talking about
It was a
Roxanne
tag match.
and Julia?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Rhea
yeah,
won?
yeah. Who did Rhea pin? Was it Julia?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people
I
were,
don't,
were
they don't,
critical
people
about
don't
that.
know what the hell that word means. That's why they say the shit
Yeah,
that they say. You don't know what that word means. You clearly
yeah.
don't.
So,
Because I've never seen a win or a loss actually bury a talent from not getting more opportunities. That's what that word or phrase means. That you're not, that they not giving you opportunities, that they're just going out there and having you lose for no reason. What indication did you get out of that said that they were not getting opportunities? They just went with the top one, two women in the on the broad brand and had a 15, 20 minute match with them, a main event match no
hmm.
less. But you sitting there saying that's being buried? How? It wasn't the third match on the segment, and she had some random ass pin that they didn't get no offense off. Like we need to one. I don't know. It's just because you have an opinion and you want to
Voice it.
voice it, don't mean you should, bro. Keep your opinion to
Yeah,
yourself. I keep my
yeah.
opinions to myself. I got some shit that I can say that's wild as shit, but I keep it to my damn self because I know it's wild and it shouldn't be said out loud. I don't know. It's just people and the victim mindset that these people have on this site too is just, man, just let them cook. But I don't mean to get off in that title. Let's go back to
No, no, no. I mean, the IWC can be a really, really toxic place, especially if you let it. get to you. It can be a really, really toxic
Absolutely.
place. So,
Absolutely.
hopefully Rhea doesn't look at it and just and doesn't take
Hopefully
it to
none of them
heart.
do.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully not. Well, you're right. You're right. I was just speaking about Rhea because you had mentioned it, but yeah, I hope none of them take it to heart, man, because uh yeah, just tough, just tough.
You know what else people shouldn't take to heart?
What's that?
A person who has to keep telling you that their company's the best every time they get in front of a microphone. We don't leave that there. We gonna leave that there. 'Cause I don't want to anger people, but sometimes maybe when you step into for a media interview, maybe not, and mention the other company for no reason at all, just because you want to. I don't know, bro. Will Ospreay getting on my goddamn nerves. He is getting on my nerves. He is starting to be one of them dudes that's getting on my damn nerves. Like every time he gets in front of a microphone, a person with a recording device, oh, we're so much better than WWE wrestling wise. Like why? There's no need for that. But you want to talk. But okay. Yeah, yeah. This feels like a vent session for me. This pod. This episode should be called Vent from Antoine. That's what it is. Cause y'all done pissed me off. Y'all done pissed me off. Another thing, did you
Oh
catch
man,
the kind of did remember the I don't know, did you see the little emotional thing that John Cena did at the end of the PLE? That remember
I
when I
did.
told you?
I caught the clip. I
What
caught
did
the
you
clip
think? What
later.
did you think about that?
Um, I kind of agree with what people were saying that they think he's going to turn face before he concludes. I think, and also too, I think the other part of it is I think John Cena is starting to realize that the end is near. When I said the end is near, his wrestling career is about to come to an end, and I think he's starting to really soak it in. I think he's really starting to take it all in, and you know, when I was younger, I used to always kind of laugh at athletes when they would retire and they would get emotional. I'm like, well, dude, you can't do it no more. Can't jump 40. You don't have a 40-inch vertical or a 45-inch vertical or whatever. You can't hit the ball at the park. You can't run over to anybody anymore. You can't do it no more. You're old, right? And then I got to that point of where I was in their shoes. Now I didn't. Now, I'm not talking professionally playing like them, but just can't
You talking
physically
about
do
being
what you did.
old?
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're old.
just can't physically do what you did 20 years ago. Heck, here I am crying. And what I'm saying, like because I can't jump high or I can't, shoot like whatever the case may be. I think John Cena is getting that right now. I think he's starting to, or I think he's realizing that it's coming
Mm.
to an end, and I think he's enjoying the moment. I think he's taking it all in. That's what I think John Cena is doing right now.
You don't you don't think that was part of the storyline of him cracking?
I think I
I
think
kind of felt like
I
it
think it
was in
was
the middle of a
too.
crash out. That's kind of feel like he was about to crash out. That's kind of made me feel like he was kind of trying to shake himself out of it. Like I don't want to listen to them, but I'm listening to them. It makes me. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna like. He was trying to like kind of about to crash out. But yeah,
No,
I'm like,
I agree with you on that. That's exactly what I think it was. That's exactly what I think it was.
man.
God dang.
I mean, that's really it. Did you see the Superman trailer? You checked
I
that out? I
did.
bet you did.
I did check out the new Superman trailer.
A lot more to
I
story.
watched it. I was like, okay, all right.
So he's in trouble apparently from for stopping the war because he stepped on somebody else's country and told them to stop fighting,
Right.
which would happen. if you think about it, in this day and age in politics, like they would get mad. Like I was the one who was supposed to tell him to stop fighting, not you. But whatever. That's
Um,
kind of that's kind of what that
yeah,
is. I like the
it
dub.
was decent. Yeah, it was
And
decent.
they're definitely trying to sell some crypto merch. They got a
Oh
doll, they
yeah,
got some toys. That man is in everything.
yeah, they
Yeah, I
definitely are.
definitely got
How
me
are
excited, more excited.
how are you liking Guy Gardner's his character? How are
If
you
they
liking? I
keep
mean,
him if they keep him to what he is, which is a sarcastic shit talker guy, I'll be fine with him. I'll be fine with him. And the fact that he uses ring to slap some people, like literally open hand slap some people up, I was absolutely I was I was absolutely dying about that part. But yeah, as long as they keep him as that shit talker. Did they say if John Stewart was going to be in this one or not, or was it Hal Jordan? or was it just Guy Gardner in
I think it
the
was this
Stone?
Guy Gardner.
Just Guy Gardner. Okay.
I think it was only Guy Gardner.
No, I was thinking about the series, the Green Lantern series. That's was supposed to be
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
him. So yeah, I loved it. Loved that movie. I love that trailer. I think I actually like this because as we talked about before, I've never liked the Superman movie. So maybe this will be the first.
Mhm. I
Maybe
know.
this will be the first.
No, I loved Man of Steel. Superman 2 with Christopher Reeve was real good. One was pretty good. 3 and 4 sucked ass, man.
Was that the
And
one
the
where
part
he lost his powers for Lois? Like he went in that chamber and was a human for like 3 weeks or some shit.
was that it? Was I think that was was
Was
that
that the
3 or
Zod
was
one? The second one? Was that Zod?
yeah, Zod, yeah, that was the second one,
Yeah,
Zod, yeah.
that was
Yeah,
good, bro.
that one was real good.
Yeah.
3 and 4
Uh,
sucked because
real
Christopher
good is
Reeve
fucking
took over writing. He wrote the
real
script for
good
3 and
is
4. Yeah.
strong words for that movie. That's strong
No,
words.
Superman 2. 2 was good.
It
2 was
was
really good.
okay.
One was and, and, and there's two different versions of it, right?
No, two.
Yeah, because the original director, he left. He left the movie because him and the studio I forgot what it was. Him and the studio got into it over creative stuff. And the person who ended up taking over, that's the version that you see. But there's actually um I mean, it's not much of a hold on a second. Okay, Superman 2. It was directed Richard Lester was the director for it. Was that his? Yeah, I think it was, yeah. Because like you said, it was two directors. Of course, now I can't find it the because I remember my dad having I remember him having the other director's cut of Superman 2. So
All right. Maybe I'll try to go find it, but that
yeah,
shit was ass.
Richard Donner.
But
That's what it is. Richard Donner. Superman 2, Richard Donner cut. Yeah.
well, they was ass. Um, you know, that's what it is. Go ahead. What's
Mhm.
your the let's talk about our team. What you think?
um,
What you think? What you think?
just off of the strength of what I've seen from the schedule release, that back that back half of that schedule, whoo wee, that is going to be ugly. That's going to be rough. It's because we have KC, Philly, Detroit. No, it's Philly, Detroit, Philly, KC, Detroit. I know the Chargers are in there. The Chargers are in there. I believe the Commanders Christmas, and I'm trying to think. I know I'm missing somebody else in there. Hold on, I gotta look at. Look at the schedule. Hold on. Let me look at it. Let me go to it. Let me go to it. Let me go to it. No, I don't want that. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go to the schedule.
And I didn't need you to guys wanted just thoughts. I don't need you to
Oh,
bring it
uh,
down.
yeah. No, I give you my thoughts. Like I said, that back half of that schedule is going to be rough. Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders. Yeah, those 6 games right there, man, are going to be rough, and that could potentially make or break our season. So yeah, just off the strength of seeing the schedule, I had us at 10-7. Of course, we don't have to see what happens in preseason, but I think we can get 10 games. I think we can get 10. That's just me.
I think we're at 8 or 9. For right now, in my opinion, with the way it's constantly constructed, I don't think we make the playoffs. But
Mm.
it's me. So,
Yeah, I'm the yeah. And see, one of the reasons why I think we're going to struggle this year, not a new offense, but a new head coach. So he's keeping the same offense, but he wants to do things differently. Instead of him maybe calling a timeout during this time, he calls a timeout during that time, and still not sure about the defense, especially with the new DC and all this stuff. So we'll have to see. But I think we're talented enough to where we could possibly get to 10 games. I think we have enough talent to where we can squeeze out 10 wins.
I'm happy that you are confident, my brother. I am not. Yeah, they got to get more for me. But yeah, there's an NFL wrap up for May. You know what it was? I don't know.
Oh man!
No,
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
overall, Raw and
yeah.
SmackDown was decent shows. Love Raw way more than SmackDown. Raw is on. It's on. It wasn't as hot as the last couple weeks, but definitely Raw is on a heat. It's on a heater right now. Definitely for all the talk. I don't like when is the world heavyweight title a bit more important other than when Seth Rollins had it. He's on every week. He got that. He got it buzzing. Man called himself an arena shaker this Monday. Nobody wants to sit here and give that man the props that he was dropping bars. But hey, yeah, I love the booking of the world heavyweight title. Very centralized on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, that will conclude this episode of Wrestling with the Bros, episode 49. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit us on Twitter at WWTV2024. Also, hit that like and subscribe button to our YouTube channel, Wrestling with the Bros. You'll see the logo right there, the logo in the background. That's what you'll see to know that it is us and nobody else. For our executive producer, Smitty, Fair, I'm Chris. You guys take care. Have a good one. Smitty, if you're right by your computer, hit the music. Y'all have a good one. Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Acknowledge us. For Fair, Smitty, I'm Chris. Y'all have a good one. Hey, y'all take care.